Hello, cruel, cruel world. Unfortunately, a sad truth in our society is that lots of people, victims, typically women, stay in violent relationships. So this video dissects 5 common reasons of why that might be. My name is Dr. Sohom. I'm a Consultant Forensic Psychiatrist. I assess mentally disordered offenders for a living so that you don't have to. So the number one reason why people might stay in a violent relationship is simply love and attachment. So just because they're in an abusive relationship doesn't mean they can't actually feel a deep connection and attachment to their partners. And also they might actually believe that the abuse might stop or that it's even their fault because their partner might be gaslighting them. I've done other videos on gaslighting on my YouTube channel, not going to go into it now. The number 2 reason I think that people stay in violent relationships is that the abusers often use fear to control their partners. So fear is the reason. So this could be directly threats of violence or intimidation or isolations. And also they might fear what their partner might do to them or their loved ones. So as a psychiatrist that deals with criminals, I've seen many cases where they've had married women who've got children and they literally won't leave a domestically abusive relationship because they're worried about the consequences of what the partner might do to the children. You know, in a perfect world, they can call the police, social services, and that the children can be moved to safety, but in actuality, it doesn't always work. And tragically, sometimes there's a delay in sorting all of that out. So that fear is real, is what I'm saying. Number 3 reason why people might stay within a violent relationship is economic dependence. So many victims are financially dependent on their partners. They rely on them. They don't have their own money. They don't have their own job, or they don't know how to get a job. And this means that it's actually very difficult to leave the relationship, even if they want to, because they're scared of the big wide world. They don't have the resources to start up their own life. 4th reason why people might stay in a domestically violent relationship is simply shame and isolation. So they might be too embarrassed or too ashamed to tell their friends and their families about the abuse. Perhaps they feel that their family members might actually blame them. So they don't think they'll have the support to step out of the relationship, and that's why they don't leave. Number 5 reason of why some people stay in violent relationships is maybe not that obvious, but it's simply a lack of knowledge. Some people don't know that they're in an abusive relationship. They might think that it's normal. Maybe they've witnessed domestic violence between their parents and they kind of think that this is how relationships are supposed to work. And also there's learned helplessness. So they might think that they deserve it, especially if, for example, they've become depressed and they have negative cognitions such as pessimism, decreased self-esteem, decreased self-worth, decreased self-confidence. All of these things make it more likely, even though it might not seem logical to us, it might make it more likely that the victims feel that what is happening to them is deserved, normal, their fault, etc., etc. So it's a bit of a grim topic, but I hope I've at least enlightened some of you, my Psych for Sore guys and gals, about the reasons why people stay in a relationship. You should go check out my YouTube channel. I do much longer videos and a lot more depth. I've done stuff on gaslighting with specific examples. I've explained why some women fall in love with serial killers. I've explained the difference between narcissists and psychopaths. Basically anything that you might find interesting related to mental illness or offending and the crossover, I've probably done a video on it. Go check it out. Until then, have a blessed day. Peace.